Leo, your reflections please. A bonus point win in France, you couldn't really ask for a better start than that.
We're delighted to get a win. Never easy coming to France. We had a few challenges to get here as well. Credit to the players. I thought they were outstanding. How they acquitted themselves through the trip, really dealing with disruptions very well. Great to get a win and get a bonus point win is obviously doubly pleasing. But for now it's on to the next one quite quickly, isn't it? So 6-day turnaround into Gloucester. By all accounts, we'll have a hopefully sold out RDS, wrap up warm, and that's what just for us to look forward to the next challenge now. So really pleasing to get a win over here. But the way the format of the pools are, you really do need to go after every single point in this competition structure, because he only gets to play 2 teams in a pool of 12. So really pleased with how the players acquit themselves. But it's on to the next one.
You mentioned there how difficult it is to come to France in the ordinary course of events, but given the difficulties that you encountered yesterday, how important was it to get a good start? Obviously Andrew getting that try after 3 minutes and converted by Ross, and the lads just kind of built from there. I know Finn Russell got a penalty back, but just such a solid start in that first half.
He started the game well. He really could control and discipline. Racing were giving away a few penalties, so good variation around the line out. To get us into that field position in the first place. Then Andrew does well in terms of breaking out of that maul and getting over. Even Ross nailing some of those conversions from the sideline. Dan gets over shortly after. We get into a 14-3 lead. Some good interplay at different stages during the first half. We couldn't quite capitalise on some of those opportunities that were being created, but just before half time Gary gets over after some great work by James. So 21-3, and some of the defensive scramble I think mixed in there as well. Men's obviously not allowing Racing to score because they have so many different threats across the field, and that is sort of a bit more the same in the second half. And obviously it's great to see the bench come on and adds proper impact as well. Ed Byrne getting over for a try, obviously Josh Van der Flyer in for a couple of tries as well. So really pleasing performance. Defensively, even just holding Racing out to whatever it was, the 75th minute, because there's always that constant threat. Finn Russell taking the ball to the line, whether he's getting the ball away pre-contact or getting his hand through the contact, get the ball away. So and they make it look quite easy when you do score, and the pace of Christian Wade and some of the other players that they have as well. So really pleasing performance overall. But as I said, it's very much on to the next challenge now. 6-day turnaround. Hopefully we'll get back before the game kicks off.
As I mentioned, the platform was set offensively in that first half, but the first 20 minutes of that second half, you mentioned the defensive scramble that was required, and the battle and the character of the lads and the resolve that they showed to keep Racing at bay, because they kept coming at you in waves in that opening in the start to the second half. I
think it goes back to the preparation at the start of the week. So the guys, I'm not sure how much they would have been aware of a lot of the threats that Racing have, because you think a lot of players have come back in post-November internationals, a good chunk of guys away, and they've Ulster, which is focused the mind, and you get a player sent off after 20 minutes, and that really doubly focuses the mind. So get through that, then it's okay. Now we've got Racing in Europe, we're away from home, and it'll be a bit more of the same this week, because again Gloucester making sure we're clear of the threats that they have. So a lot of the players have had to deal with a fair bit already this season. So again, great challenge though, isn't it? So but there's a shorter trip for supporters to make. Massive thanks to the supporters. Fantastic, really making great noise in the corner. A few empty seats. I think there was a few tickets left in Dublin or God knows elsewhere. Really appreciative of the support that the players get.
Finally, Leo, you mentioned every year about the evolution of this team, and we saw it again this evening. 3 Leinster European debuts for Charlie Natai, Jason Jenkins, but Jamie Osborne coming off the bench as well. I mean, another huge step in his very, very young and fledgling career.
For Jamie, for starters, he's someone he's an amazing attitude, sponge, learning from the players, coaches. Has such a great way about it, great manner. So credit to his family. His poor brother Andrew got injured in training. Had an issue with his thumb or finger. I hope he will be back reasonably soon. But great experience for Jamie to come away here today. Coming on for Charlie again, who's someone that's adding all the time to the group. And Jason, obviously, as you mentioned, for his European debut for Leinster, that is anyway. Hopefully the guys can all kick on now.
Safe home, Leo. Thanks for your
time.
Thank you.